Toner removal. The film is broken. Tray removal. Flip up.
What's up, bud?
Flathead screwdriver. Pry up.
I gotta wait because they're fixing the printer right now. So once the paper comes out, I'll pull it, right? I don't know how to answer it. Everybody else is busy right now. All right, well, listen, like I said,
Both sides of the machine come on.
All right. What do you want? Stay right there. You let the motherfucker tell the motherfucker. You just yell at the phone? Yeah, they can't bounce it back. You didn't see it?
Sometimes it's dangerous.
Pretty right. He told me, oh, order some nuts and bolts. Can you bring it to that? Well, they're fixing the printer right now. If it comes up, you know it comes up. You know what you're doing.
I told you it was box.
Yeah, you have to fucking jinx it, bitch.
Good to give you a number.
You try it. I don't know how to do that stuff right now.
I don't like that guy.
You know how to do that? He knows it.
Side cover comes off. Gears 1, 2, and 3 come off. Inside here, take your flashlight, and you will see there's a screw. One here and one here. Both these screws come out.
Chucked it right out the door.
Phillips screwdriver.
Chuck it around the world. Chuck it. Her, I have to.
If they fall behind, tweezers.
You ain't got to fucking ginger up like a. It's like, oh, we don't get suckers. You don't get
Never
suckers.
lose screw. If you lose a screw, you're screwed.
I wish I had lemon juice though. Can I dry lemon juice?
Are you done? Done what? Fill up the truck? Yeah. What took you so long?
Both my screws have been taken out. And now I'm going to remove the other side of the printer.
And you want coins full at his back? Get the number and you go pull that shit.
Straight down.
You sell them to do tomorrow. If you don't mind.
Flip up.
If you do, it's your problem.
You're going to see some arrows.
Just get it done. Alright, that's it.
Pry under the arrow.
Do the paperwork, he got something there. Go back to the truck.
Pry
Make it
up.
easier for you.
Sure you are.
Bring it back
Trying
down.
to be a smart ass.
Open door. Continue to pry out with your flathead. Right off, just like so. Put it right here. And we can remove the back door, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, 5 screws. Remember, don't lose screws.
Yeah, so this is Harry from Feldman. Somebody wanted to order some bolts. Yeah, do you have a number? Yeah, the part number.
Some screws are tighter than others. A little pressure to break it.
Did you got it?
Screw out.
Alright.
These printers, laser printers in general, get really hot. When they
Okay.
get hot,
Yep.
the film,
All right, no problem.
it does get
Yep.
a little warm. Pull this back tray out like so. Now you're looking at the internal guts of the printer. We're looking at, more importantly or indiscriminately, the fuser, which is held on by these two brackets. One screw here, one screw here.
Hey Ralph, this is Harry from Urban Felmville. What was the order that Fox was trying to put through? Some nuts and bolts? Yeah, I know, but our printer's down right now. It's being fixed, so I need to... Alright.
Both screws have been removed. We turn to the side here. Again, our cogs have been taken out. One here, one here, one here, 3 in total. Now we remove the cable harnesses. Follow the cable harness from the side here. And you remove all the cable harnesses.
Okay.
Some of them are color coded. Some of them are size appropriate. You can't get this wrong once you go to disassemble and reassemble the printer.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. All right. See you.
Okay, so that's all out, clear. There's a few more left, which connect directly to the fuser. But before that, we're going to take out this film right here. Is the printer itself deteriorating, or the fuser rather deteriorating? Then you take out these here connectors. Here. One here. One back there. And there's 2 more left. One here. And 2 more. We need to take it out first. So we can see. Sometimes they're a little stubborn. Goes to territory. Okay. All connectors have been removed.
Excuse me, bud. Sir?
Yes,
The
sir.
Honda cord out there?
I'm sorry?
The Honda cord, is that yours?
Yes, sir.
I think you better move it in a little bit more because it's like real.
I got
There's
you.
a lot of trucks passing me.
I got you. Now we have the printer completely, the fuser rather, completely disassembled. Here's our fuser. I have to run outside for a quick second, so don't go anywhere. Right back. Had to move my car, but I'm back. So, here's where the fuser breaks down. Prolonged heat disintegrates the roller. See how that's missing over here? That was the problem. Causing imperfection on the paper. Very common. This place here does more prints than most. So it's to be expected you replace a fuser maybe 2 or 3 times a year. But we'll move forward. So you can get a real clear-cut idea of what a new fuser looks like. Here it is, for your viewing pleasure. sure you can see it's one gray filter, one gray sleeve rather, forgive me. That's the difference. So, old on top,
Oh my God, what a relief.
new on the bottom.
I was about to
Here we
walk
go.
around the corner, I'm excited. Oh, shit.
Alright, just never took them off.
Going to now install the new printer and reassemble.
It worked.
Did it? We're good?
We didn't,
Put the printer in its place.
we need enough space. Whatever you
Nice and easy.
So he's saying don't?
After you put it in its place, you begin to reconnect the connectors. One, sometimes stubborn.
I usually knock shit down.
I'll fix it.
No, I usually drop shit straight down when I have to. But when you got all
Number one rule in this kind of work is never force
At
anything.
the end, if you got
If it's not fitting the right way, you have it the wrong way. And after we have all that, connect the cables.
Go ahead.
Fucking nuts and bolts.
Can't see, tilt it up.
You picked it up in the box.
No one's on the blame for it.
What's that Forex dude?
What? It's a dude?
What's that Forex dude? He told him he couldn't look up the number for me.
Fucking bullets. Jeez.
There you go. Everything has its place. Okay. After that, you proceed to plug the different connectors back in their respective slots. Again, you can't get this wrong. If one isn't fitting, you move to a different space. You put a printer back together and it doesn't work, you did something wrong. So just be deliberate about your movements. Take your time. It's not a speed competition. Flashlights are handy. Okay? Now the feature is back in place. So before we move forward, we're going to tie it back in place with our screws. Remember where you got your screws. Otherwise, you'll make a mistake when assembling the machining. Something you want to avoid. Sometimes, even though I'm a professional, I have misplaced screws. I have put screws in the wrong position. Have to end up taking them back out, reinsert them in the proper way, or in the proper order. That happens sometimes. Okay. Now the plate. Again, this guy here is a little temperamental, but she has grooves on it. One here, one here, one here. If they don't go back in the correct way, guess what? You did something improper. Thus, they must come back out and you have to try it again. This is probably the toughest part of the job, is putting this plate back in place. There we go. This is how it wasn't so tough, huh? Everything's back in place, nice and tight. And one thing I did notice upon taking it apart, there was no screw back here, right where that hole is. A black screw belongs. So since we don't have one, we're going to take one from the old season. That's fine. But in theory, this is going to be either rebuilt or disposed of. So borrowing the screw will not hurt us one bit. And again, another theory too, In practice, you have a magnetized screwdriver. But when you don't, you need to improvise. Be precise with your movements. Make sure the spring can actuate. See that? When that happens, everything in this place nice and tight, but still the parts need room to move, to breathe, I suppose. I'm gonna finish putting our connectors back in. Flashlight. Some of the connectors are color coded. It's a little easier for us. Others are not. I've done this enough to where I don't need to worry about which one goes which. I've done it a few hundred times. One more left. And there we go. All my connections are back in place. I'm confident they are where they should be, and nothing has been broken. It's a very important part of the process. Don't break anything. All right, now we're going to reassemble the printer, starting with the back door. Back door. There. Make sure it's in place. Make sure it's flush to the frame. Now we can put our screws back together. Here we go. From the top. Not all the way in yet. Just a second. 3. 3. 4. And 5. Now, the reason why I don't set them is to make sure that everything is nice and tight and flat to the frame. Now I'm going to lock them all in place. Nice and tight, hand tighten. You don't want to put a Torx on this thing, because you'll break the screw and crack the plastic. But make sure it's hand tight. And the last one.
Hey, hang up.
Okay.
Alright.
Door opens freely. Okay, it's tight. Now we're going to put back the side of the trim. Going back on there a lot easier. This door opens up right here with access to the USB and the Ethernet. So naturally, it goes on the right side of the printer. Here's my Ethernet and USB card. So how we put it back on is opposite of how we got it off, which means the front goes on first. Press in place. What's wrong? That. Slide it in place. See how it's nice and flush there? Bring it down. Press.
Hey, what's up, man?
Press. Nice and tight. Left side's in place. Okay. And we're going to turn it around here.
Alright, go ahead.
We're going to reinstall our cogs and our screws. The printer's in place now. Well, the fuser's in place, right? Excuse me. So, because I don't have a magnetizer, put it on its side, line the screw with my driver, put my finger on the edge of the screw, and got it into place. Twist. Lock it down, hand tighten. Same thing for the other.
I know, mine's worse. Mine's saying communication failed.
Then it's a little tight in there, so if you have fat fingers, be particularly careful not to gum it up. And there we go. So now, I'll show you what I've done. 1 screw, 2 screw, okay? Cogs. Again, this is situated where as though you really can't mess it up. Why? Because if you put them in wrong, it won't let you put them on. And again, number 1 rule in this type of business is never force anything. So here we go. Line it up, a flat edge right there, goes this flat edge right here. And you can tell it's there because this little port here will click when it's on top. It's in, it's on. Well, yeah, and then kicks and screams. But in the end, she clicks right in place and you can't pull her out without pulling down this right here. Pull it out, pull out. There she goes. Okay? Small cog.
There we
small
go.
rod.
All right,
Twist it
I'll order
until
right now.
she pops in there. And last but never least,
No problem, sir. All right, bye.
actually, see, I was too quick. Goes in last because she goes on first. Now, this here cog has a divot in it to align with the other. And that's how you put it in place. And here we go. Twist it until she recognizes it. Come on. Don't be that way. There you go. And you pop right in place. Now, almost finished. The other side of the cover. Close up. I'm going to install the front first. So, open the door. Drop it on there. Little pressure. And what do you know? She didn't kick or scream. Welcome back to your printer. Let me put the tray back in place. And last but never least, toner. No fuss, no muss. Now the most important part is the test. If we're right, everything will print just fine and there'll be no blemish on the paper at all. Here is our Ethernet cable port on the bottom. Close the door. Push it back in place. Next, we're gonna plug in our power cable. Okay, she's all plugged up. She's looking good. We're gonna turn her on. And she's purring like a kitten. Can't see the screen, but it is lit up. Hewlett Packard on the screen.
What time do you guys close?
It's initializing. It's doing great so far. No error codes.
We're done at 5:30.
No grinding, which is very important.
Saturday, we only work for 1.
Yeah, it's the same thing for us. Should get a day off.
She'll be right back on. No.
And now documents are going to come out the machine. And here we go. That's a wonderful sound. Nothing happened. And here's our first print. We're going to now go to print a configuration page. We have more coming out. It's a wonderful thing. It looks like we've done a good job, ladies and gentlemen.
No, possible.
So here's more of our prints. We're going to now print our config page.
Oh, yeah. ROI
Here comes our config page.
all
We're going to do one more for our usage page.
Not yet. Wait on.
That's the way a printer should be. Nice and clean, without defect of any kind. Crisp. And there we have it. So, in short, job well done, job complete. We'll get our work order signed. We'll move on to the next task. This is Dennis Keith Robinson with Mobile Tech Unit, and you just installed a fuser.